When you deny yourself the ability to feel emotion, whatever that emotion is, anger, sadness, happy feelings, right? When you deny yourself those feelings, you deny yourself your humanity. And you are playing into white supremacist thought and rhetoric. When you're denying yourself the ability to feel and to be human, you are being anti-human against yourself. We have been oppressed from the outside for so long that we have internalized that stuff. And what we have internalized, we then use to oppress our own selves. Like, they don't have to do it in the same way they did before, because we're doing it to ourselves and we're doing it to each other and policing each other for having feelings, for being human. Denying ourselves the privilege of being human and having human emotions. And being a human is messy. Being a human is not something we can always control. Like, we can't control what we feel. We can control what we do with those emotions. But how we feel, it just is, right? Yeah, when I said that we oppress other people, right, with the rhetoric and the things that we say, the harmful beliefs that we have, and we know it's not true, but because we don't want to be the outsider, we don't want to be shamed, laughed at, harmed, ridiculed, ostracized, we just take on the programming. We just say, yeah, whatever, God's going to turn this around for good. I mean, which God does, but the harm shouldn't have happened in the first place. God is not happy about the harm. Like, let's be real. Like, God, this language sometimes we use can be very gaslighty, very harmful, for things that shouldn't have happened in the first place. And so we default to spirituality and God when no, we have to deal with the harms, right? And so because this country, this society looks at its people as labor machines, emotions are in the way of that labor. That's why at jobs, you can't really take off when you want to, when you're grieving or when you're having a bad day. There's no room for error and there's no room for humanity. The culture we live in is very anti-human. Reading the works of Trisha Hersey and all the people doing this liberation work, it really is just reaffirming this thought that this culture ain't it. It ain't it. It's oppressive. It's harmful. And then we harm each other in the process with the same rhetoric that we really don't believe and we really don't feel, but we've accepted as truth because we don't push back on it, But deep inside in our hearts and our souls, we know that what has been accepted as truth and fact is not. We know that deep down inside, something doesn't sit right with us when we say, stop all that crying, because we want to cry. You know what I'm saying? We punish other people for expressing their emotions that we want to express, but we just haven't given ourselves permission to. So we become the mind of our oppressors. Like, we take on the mindset of our oppressors and we shame each other, and that shame in the community is enough for us not to seek justice or peace or resolution or the solve to the problems that we face. We just grin and bear it because our ancestors had to do that. And shout out to the ancestors. They did what they had to do to survive. They did what they could do. You know what I'm saying? But now that we know better, we can do better. We can do, I won't even say better. We can do more because of what our ancestors have done for us. And I think the greatest way to honor our ancestors and the work that they did, right, is to honor our feelings, our humanity, is to give ourselves room and time to be human. Time to be upset, time to mourn. There's so much to mourn that we have not mourned. When you think of the Black experience, it is a beautiful experience, by the way. It is not all doom and gloom, but it is laced with doom and gloom, right? And some of the Black joy that we experience, let's be real, come from that oppression, come from us seeking joy in spite of oppression, right? And so to celebrate and honor the people who came before us, we can seek to be human again. Sorry about the noise. We can seek to be human again. And a big part of being human is mourning. A lot of us are ill because we have not mourned what needs to be mourned. We have not moved that energy out of our bodies. Why we're so blocked and so stuck and so whatever, not because of our own fault, but because it just has not been safe for us to express those things. But now we got to be a safe place for ourselves to express ourselves. Because if we don't express ourselves, we're not going to be here very long. And if we're here a long time, it's not going to be a good time. You know what I mean? Illness and things happen, obviously. But like the stuff that we can control, the stress related things, like this is why I love that Black women are opting out of jobs that are toxic. Because no, like my pain and trauma is not what's required for this job. I'm supposed to be getting paid. I'm not supposed to be giving you my life source, my life, like energy, my good health. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but yes, that's just what I wanted to say, is that when we deny ourselves humanity, we are working with the oppressors to oppress ourselves. And we don't want to do that no more. We want to be free. All right, love y'all.